Hi everybody, welcome to the channel. This week's a very special week. Let me tell you why. We're gonna be having a full moon in the sign of Leo for the Vedic followers and Virgo for Western followers. So there you go. So, Arya, what is a full moon? What's all this rave about this, and why is this full moon very special? Good question, babies. Good question. Let me tell you why. So, the moon has cycles that keep repeating, and it starts from a new moon where you can't necessarily see the moon at all. That kind of phase, right? You remember that, right? And then it moves to waxing crescent, then the waxing gibbous phase, then to the full illumination of the moon, which is called the full moon, right? And then it goes to waning gibbous phase, then waning crescent, and then to the new moon again. And this cycle constantly repeats itself in and about 30 days, every 30 days, right? It keeps on repeating. So the significance of the full moon is such that the moon, as represented in tarot and astrology, represents hidden feelings, emotions, truths that are under the surface, intuition, memories, what one needs to feel secure. It's our emotional needs, it's our emotional expression, it's our internal self. How are we receiving the world, right? It's one thing that things happen to us in our 3D reality, but how do we perceive it? How do we feel about it? That's the moon, right? We subconsciously always seek those people, places, and situations in order to fulfill our own needs, in order to feel stable and secure, As they say, we are all searching for a stable ground at the end of the day, right? The full moon is the full illumination of all of these things that I initially said and talked about the full moon and the moon, what it represents, right? So it's basically enlightenment and illumination and recognition of all those subconscious, preconscious, and unconscious memories, and the need to bring it out to our conscious reality in order for us to become more aware and contemplate and adjust our sails if need be. It's the divine feminine energy that we all have within us, male or female. I don't care about your sex or gender, I don't care. We all have divine feminine while divine masculine energy within us, divine masculine being the sun. So there you go. And it's our ability to relate to and love others that comes from the moon, right? It's our ability to how we relate to our environment that comes with the moon. So we got to keep it clean. Yes, in order for us to receive the goodness of our environment, we need to keep it clean. We need to be aware of how are we perceiving things, and if there is something difficult within us, then we need to process it and let it go so that we can move on to next better thing, right? Because we have good feelings to experience too, right? So it's a choice. Again, it's a choice to go down that moonscape, to go down that secret lane about things that we have been carrying within ourselves, good for us, bad for us, anything, whatever. And it's a total lunar eclipse too that's happening. That happens probably every few years, that total lunar eclipse. That's what's happening this year too. So it is going to have a very significant effect on all of us since it's a total lunar eclipse. Usually it's penumbral, umbral, or partial lunar eclipse. So it doesn't have that kind of effect, but this year it's going to be very significant. So wherever you have Leo for Vedic followers, and then Virgo for Western followers, wherever it is placed in your chart, astrological chart, look at the house that it's in, that sign is sitting in. That's where you're going to feel it the most, and that's what's going to be transformed the most, and that's what's going to carry that potent energy of, things need to shift here, or we need to shift our beliefs about how we associate ourselves with this particular house and the elements of this house. So yeah, there you go. Depending on your moon sign and rising sign specifically, you can look at that. Your moon chart as well. That also counts by putting your, excuse any background noise, by putting your moon sign in your first house, and that's how you calculate where your basically full moon is happening. That will affect your internal self and how you feel like things are affecting you on a personal basis. While rising sign manifests itself in the 3D reality, so what's going to happen in the 3D world around you. Now, we can understand where things might need our focus at the moment and how we can better deal with the elements associated with those houses, right? So whatever that we have been suppressing, repressing, not looking towards, avoiding, being in that delusion or denial about, we need to get a hold of all those truths, baby. We need to look at all of those things today, yes? So I'm going to be including tarot as well in this, but the thing is, again, we need to look at the astrological placements as well. I'm not doing the astrology reading today because of certain reasons, but again, if you know how to read your chart, then you can get an idea about things related to every houses. That's what's going to be affected. The values around, the beliefs around those aspects is going to be affected the most, and that needs more transformation. And so yeah, there you go. Take what resonates, leave what does not, reverse energies as it applies, and if it does not resonate, kindly check your other placements, or I'll catch you in the next one, babies. Yes? So let's go. Hi Leos. So let's look at your reading. Let's look at any sort of truths that we need to look at and we need to acknowledge, and then we are going to consider or reconsider about any sort of transformations that needs to happen or any sort of ending that needs to come about with regards to your beliefs, lifestyle, or any sort of relationship situation around you that doesn't serve you anymore. And then we're going to look at what you should be putting your energy towards in order to support your own best growth as well as self-empowerment. Yes? Let's look at what the full moon is bringing in terms of your truth. Also, kindly check out the intro to know more about why the full moon reading is so important and why this lunar eclipse is so important here. The Ace of Cups, the Judgment, okay. The Judgment for this, the Six of Wands. It's your secret desire to have love in life, and there's a lesson attached to a love situation or a love opportunity and the heart space in terms of self-love and feeling confident about it for some reason. It's like it took me a long time to realize that I have a full heart space for something, someone, or just in general that I have a very large capacity to love. And again, that's Leo energy, right? I mean, you guys are the sun, you guys are the lines of the zodiac with the biggest heart space. Let's be honest, in astrology, the Leo rules the body part of heart. So basically, yeah, you're looking out upon your heart space for somebody, I feel, or why the world. Okay, I'm gonna take it. Your cards are quite flipping out. I feel like you have a very full heart space. You have a big, huge capacity to be loving and generous towards people, places, and situations. And you take a lot of pride in your heart and a lot of pride in the people you consider as your own. And that's the perfect Leo energy. You are showing me, you're showcasing me all the best traits of a Leo, right? So I feel like it's such a great thing. Okay. There's so much self-love surrounding you, honey. I don't think there's a person attached to you right now, but I feel like you have come a long way in terms of, I have seen this in one of the shots for you, and I remember it very briefly that I said something similar. It was your shot, probably. Yes, it was yours. I remember it very clearly. I don't know which week it was. Kindly check the recent few weeks of the tarot shots. You will get it. But the thing is here that you are not recognizing the truth about your own heart space, that it's ready to be out, that it's ready to be explored, that it's ready to open up towards the world. And you know, from a space of understanding your own sense of self-worth, you understand that you're going to understand in the next few weeks or probably a few months that you are ready. You are ready, you're more than ready to open up your heart space to the world, to open up to the world in general in terms of experiences, having new experiences, having the world change you a bit, you know, show you what the world has got. You're open to it, you're more than open to it, but right now I feel like it's unknown to you in a way. It's like you're not giving it too much thought, that you might have probably been doing your thing in the 3D world, going about your business on a day-to-day basis. You did not think much about your heart space, so to speak, and your feelings, and where are you at in terms of your love, in your love energy, and with regards to your self-love. You've worked a lot in your self-care and self-love area. You know, there has been a lot of lessons that I see is attached to you. You have been through a lot in life. There has been a lot of cycles that has come about in your life that has taught you a lot about your own sense of self-value, self-respect, what you should be giving your energy to and where you should be putting your energy to that's best serve you, your growth first, right? And then as a result, you make it grow as well, right? It's that giving nature. You have the generosity of spirit, but you need to be equally mindful of that energy that you have. You can't give it out to just anybody or anyone or any situation, especially if it does not give you back, because then you'll drain yourself out. And you have a lot of lessons attached to this, attached to the sense of self-worth, attached to the sense of where you should be taking action towards. If you can't take confidence in a certain direction, if it's too elusive, confusing, and if it's too, well, secretive, and you can't take confidence in it, then it's not for you. That love opportunity is not for you. There has been a lesson with regards to love as well. If you can't take confidence, that's your energy. That's Six of Wands is your card basically. You share 5, 6, and 7 of Wands is basically the Leo card. So I feel like there's a strong lesson here that if you can't take confidence in somebody's heart space and in your heart space or somebody else, then it's not for you. That cycle needs to close, because that does not serve you. You are capable of giving so much, being that stable figure for everybody around you, being the nurturer, being the giver, being the loving person and the nurturing person, and that acts of services, that's the Queen of Pentacles, through money as well as acts of services in terms of doing things for somebody, cooking and cleaning for somebody, making life easier for somebody in real life matters, right? So that's the kind of person you are. I feel like you are a Leo that has a lot of water and air, earth placement in your chart. And it's like you have understood time and time again that you should be giving your energy towards people, places, and situations that are good for you and that you can take confidence in, that you can take pride in. That speaks to your own sense of self-worth. Who are your equal, not your less. We never want anybody lesser, right? Especially if we are so much open-minded. I feel like you're a very open-minded Leo, open to the experiences that the world has to offer. It's like you are less judgmental and more of a receiver of what the life has to offer, what the life has to teach you. You're always open to different lessons in life, and it's like you take it on the chin. Whatever experiences you've had, whatever failures you've had, you take it on the chin quite boldly and quite proudly. It's like, yes, that is to say that I have lived a life, right? Okay. So there was a cycle that taught you a lot, right? About your own sense of self-worth and your own sense of confidence. And if you can't take confidence in love, then is it love really? What you need to let go of is a very strong connection here, something related to that. And the Five of Cups and the High Priestess, your intuition is telling you that there is a lot of remorse and regret, and that's attached to our lover. So the lovers is basically any sort of strong, intense connection that we share with somebody specific. If it's a real lovers, then it's a very intense connection that we share with somebody that is a once in a lifetime kind of opportunity. It's like we both are tailor-made for each other. This connection does not happen that often. It's very rare that you just meet a lover randomly on the street. It does not happen on an everyday basis. It's like it's very an astronomical event in one person's 3D experience to have encountered a lover of their own, because it's that soul connection, it's that emotional, spiritual, sexual, physical, and intellectual bonding system that you just can't break off. Even if you guys separate, even if you guys end up on bad terms, it will never leave you. You'll always feel them in some way, shape, or form. And there are regrets attached to this lover of us, and we realize that, we recognize that. If I understand that you are attached to your heart, as you tell me that you are, then I feel like you are also in touch with your intuition. And I feel like now you're starting to feel a bit of a, it's not that much, it does not like control, that grief does not control your whole life. You're living your life in self-love. But I feel like this lesson came from this lover, I feel. And it's like they made you understand a thing or two about what your happiness is. For some of you, yes. what real healing means, and they taught you the value of healing your own sense of self, healing your own sense of self-worth, and what you should be attaching yourself towards and what you shouldn't be attaching yourself to in terms of jobs, career, people, places, situations, relationships, whatever it is. You know, they taught you a lot about yourself. And again, even if this did not work out, let me tell you, it served a purpose. Because look at you right now. Look at you, how confident and how gorgeous and how bright your energy is. It's that perfect Leo energy that I can ever imagine. And to top it all off, well, you are showing me the Queen of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. Man, that's chef's kiss. I'm telling you, you are thriving, honey. And you don't know it yet because it's under the moon. You lack that recognition because you don't give yourself that much credit. I feel like in the real life, you are like, you know, I regret having lost this opportunity. I regret that things did not work out. Somebody emotionally abandoned somebody else and it was a mess, and I am hurt, and I still have echoes in my heart. I still think about that person. But despite all of that, trust me when I say this, it's like you're not seeing it how far you've come and how deeply the work has been done on your part, internally speaking, in terms of your own sense of growth and personal empowerment. This connection really empowered you. On the surface, in the 3D world, you're like, you know what, I miss them, and I sometimes think about them, I grieve them, sometimes I cry about them, or probably sometimes I'm really sad, bittersweet kind of sad that shit, I lost that lover. Shit, things did not work out. I regret it. I regret it a lot. Having tried it or not having tried it, whatever it is. But what you're not seeing is this bright side of yours. That it's like you can't see it, but it's there. You know, the world can see it, but you can't. We want to open up towards this. That's why. Okay, so they act as a catalyst to you, to your growth. And now that you've achieved this, it's like you feel like you want to open up towards this situation again. You're manifesting this despite okay, there was a lot of blockages in the past, there was a lot of fussing, there was a lot of arguments, there was a lot of difficulty between you two, and not being able to talk to each other in a way that made real sense and in a way that actually helped you guys resolve the issues that you had together. It's like it was all a mess. It was all a mess, and it was, to top it all off, it was really difficult to get through to each other. And I feel like despite that, somebody here wants to open up, open the lines of communication, take action, and explore, re-explore this situation. Can we at least bring it from a 5 of Cups to a 7? At least can we be okay with having mixed feelings for each other and not just bad? Can we talk about the positive ones as well? Can I tell them that? Right? It's the recognition of feelings within you as well for this person. What you should be manifesting is the Queen of Cups, the 5 of Swords, and the Empress. The 6 of Cups and the 2 of Cups. Is there a choice between two people here? Because the 6 of Cups and the 2 of Cups is at the bottom of the deck, and the Emperor. I feel like that's you in standing in your power. And there's that truth here as well. And the Moon. Look at that. I can't make this up even if I try. That's why you can't talk about this. That's why. Because it's like when your heart opened up, you also realized the feelings for this person. And that's why you're regretting it too, right? And it's like, again, let's first look at this. What is this 5 of Swords? What is this? Show me the 5 of Swords. Somebody wants to open up. Again, it could be reversed for some of you as well. So take it as it resonates. And if this does not resonate, kindly check your other placements, honey. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, whatever. The Knight of Pentacles. Okay, I'm going to interpret it as that somebody is opening up here, and with in a very cautious way. You want to open up towards this person, and you're slowly and steadily moving towards this person. I did see magician, right, at the bottom of the deck when I was clarifying this. So some of you are manifesting this connection and manifesting moving towards this connection, and there's going to be some point in time where you actively in the 3D world start moving towards connecting or reconnecting with this person, and you're going to put forth that offer of reconnecting. And I don't know what it's going to be like. It could be a message, it could be a gesture, it could be a gift, it could be basically, can we meet, a call, anything. I don't know what it is. It will resonate to you guys as it resonates, because it's going to be different for everybody. It's a generic reading, right? So I feel like you're going to put forth the offer to connect with, in hopes to connect with this person, in hopes to, meet up with this person emotionally speaking. You're not even showing me Three of Pentacles, you're showing me Three of Cups here. So I feel like you want to meet up with this person, and it's going to be a message, I feel. Look at this, the Page of Pentacles, the Sun, the King of Swords, and the Moon again. Look at this. Yeah. Whenever you realize this, whenever you want, actively make the decision to bring this out of your moonscape and actually take action towards this person, that's when you'll move around, move towards this person. And again, it could be reversed for you, for some of you as well. This lover might be taking action towards you, because I feel like there's also a possibility that your lesson was that if you can't take confidence in somebody's heart space, then it's not yours. You need to close that cycle out, right? If it does not present itself as genuine love opportunity, then it's not a genuine love opportunity. And in that case, somebody wants to present to you a very genuine sort of connectivity point, in terms of, can we meet up? Hey, can we meet up? The thing is, they are downplaying your role in a bit. It's like they are not being honest with the reason as to why they're connecting with you. They're looking at your heart space. They want to possess it in a way. Not just, not in a bad way, in a good way. I mean, they want your heart space to look towards them. I feel like they see you as highly feminine figure. Even if you are a masculine, let's be honest, they see you as somebody who's very productive. They see you as somebody who's very high status in their eyes. They see you as somebody very generous through their heart, as well as, again, as I said, it could be you, and they might be taking action towards you. So take it as it resonates. I feel like this reading, I can't really make up who is who. It's at this point, it's very confusing now. So yeah, there you go. I feel like this person is taking action, but they're not being honest as to why they're doing it. They want to reapproach your heart space. They want to re-express their heart space towards you, and re-explore the situation with you, emotionally and romantically speaking. They want your heart. They want the best of your energies. They want the best of your productivity and the generosity of spirit and unconditional love that you initially showed them, and the empathy that you showed them. And they are very cautiously and mindfully reapproaching this situation of, connecting with you and putting out that offer. They're putting a lot of thought into this matter, that they want to connect with you, but they're not being honest. That's what I don't like, because the Five of Swords really puts me off. Because why do you have to be, I mean, it's after the ending that even now somebody's insisting on being elusive. What's the point of it? Because that's your lesson, so I'm going to need you to stick to it. That's why I took a lot of time to clarify this. I feel like it was meant to be. It was meant to remind you that please stick to your lesson. It was for a reason, and I feel like this lover taught you that lesson. So kindly remember that. The Three of Pentacles, I did saw it. I called it. The Knight of Cups. I feel like they are planning to open up and emotionally open up and be vulnerable to you about their feelings after they have, quote unquote, established a reconnection point with you that looks stable. It's like, now that we have started reconnecting, and it has been a while that we have been reconnecting, it has been a few times that we have reconnected, now I can express myself. It's like they're taking their time, they're easing up around you in order to express themselves. So I feel like this person is somebody who takes up a lot of time to express themselves, emotionally speaking. They're not used to emotionally speaking to people, and I feel like they are trying, but it's like they're waiting for things to actually re-stick with you. They're waiting for things to actually, you know, reignite within you and establish a good connectivity point between you two. I don't know how else to explain it. Yeah, they're holding back on the idea of, communicating to you with regards to that they want a relationship and that they're in love with you. They are in love with you. It's very strong. With the strength, the Knight of Cups, they have very strong romantic ideas and dreams about expressing it to you and loving on you. And it's in love energy. I'm getting a turn on, borderline turned on by this person's feelings. If they were to express it just like it is and not hold back and be so defensive, because let's be honest, the strength can be used for you and against you. It's that energy of to pull something towards you or to push back equally strongly. So we can use strength to actually withhold or to accept, right? So I feel like this person was using their strength to withhold expressing emotionally to you, and this person has a pattern in that, but they're trying to actively work through it, but they need time. They need time. But again, that time is not on your time, all right? I hope you know that. You should not wait for anybody to express themselves. That was your lesson. It's going to be presented sooner rather than later, and you can take confidence in somebody's feelings. Otherwise, close the cycle out. Live in the here and now. If in the Live in the here and now, that's the Two of Wands energy. If somebody can't present to you what they want immediately, sooner rather than later, within weeks, then what's the point? And especially when they have known you in the past, and now that they've come back, you are doing the same thing over and over again, and now you're expecting me to still show you patience. I can't, right? So I need you to remember this part. I mean, this person's intentions does not look bad. This person is not bad. I'm telling you, this person is not bad. But the thing is, they have a very strong withholding pattern of not expressing their heart space. It's like they're okay with acts of services. They're okay with taking real life actions and, creating those meetup situations. Let's meet up. Hey, let's make plans and things like that. They're okay with that. But they, for some reason, when the time of vulnerability shows up and expressing and that romanticism, that those soft words, those sweet nothings come up, they're like immediately they go into that block mode and they use their strength to block it. So I feel like they're using their strength in their for this time around, but they're not gonna right away pull towards you with their Chariot, which is their boldest heart space, which is the in love energy, which is it's like when you have a Chariot for somebody, let me tell you, honey, or a situation, it's like your feelings pull out of you, even without your consent. It's like you don't have no control over the Chariot of your own. You don't have control over who you fall in love with. It's kind of like that. It's like this person has to go out of their way to actively withhold expressing any sort of feelings right away. They are coming on to you easy and very calculated, and then they're going to establish a good connectivity point with you, which is reciprocal, and then they will be opening up towards you. Yeah, it's a Six of Cups, Two of Cups situation. I'm telling you. There is no other person, I feel, but this person is actually God. It's if just take this apart, and then this person is sexy. I need this person in my life too. Let me tell you that. but I can't. I can't. But damn. Shit. I wish I could give them a lecture about if you do this and then you can have that and things like that. I wish I could tell them that, because man, they're in love with you. They desire a relationship with you. They want to see you in their home. They want to see you in their home. I can't I don't know how else to explain it. It's that simple. It's that loving energy, that simple, that you don't have to question. That's what your lesson was with this person, and this person has that energy, and probably that's why you stuck around, right? But your lesson is also that stick to here and now. If this does not prove itself right sooner rather than later, then you should not be waiting around, because waiting causes a lot of harm. You gave your own sense of self-worth away the last time, and it took you a long time to cycle it back in your life, to get back to this Queen of Pentacles energy, which is high regard for oneself and high in self-worth. So I need you to understand that. Yeah, they've been thinking about this. They have been tinkering with this to express. Look at this. Putting out a message towards you would really make them happy, and talk about the truths would really make them happy. But the thing is, they're not doing it right now. They're watching you though. They're really watching you. They're keeping an eye on you because they're in love with you. They are in love with you. I don't know how else to put it. They are madly in love with you, deeply in love with you. There's a lot of sexual attraction towards you and spiritual attraction, and then some more emotional attraction, emotional romanticism, emotional poetic romanticism towards you. It's like they just flow towards you and they don't have any control over it. Even if they try to, keep it all together like this, it still leaks out. That's how strong these emotions are. It's still gonna leak out in some way, shape, or form. They might give you hints or signals every here and every now and then, at random moments, and you'll be like, why did they behave out of character? It's kind of like that. That's how strong this energy is. Let me tell you, it's very possessive in nature too. It's like they want your cup just for themselves. They're very claiming. If they get into this energy and they express it to you, well, I'm happy for you, and I need me a person like that too. So there you go. I hope this helped, Leos, and this is all I have for you. And if this did not resonate, kindly check your other placements, or I'll catch you in the next one, babies. Yes, take care.